So we're here at the first session of the New Bedford Superior Court, beautiful old courthouse, my personal favorite. Of course, it's the well-known courtroom where Lizzie Borden was tried back in the late 1890s, where she was acquitted of killing her father and stepmother. And we still get a lot of calls about that case even today. People want to come in and view the courtroom and see where this case took place. We constantly get calls from Court TV and other ghost hunter stories where they want to come in and do a spot here. And it's always entertaining, and each production company has a little different take on what happened and how they present their production. For me personally, it's the history of this courtroom. In my time, I've had the opportunity to be here for other bigger cases. The highway murders started in the late 1980s. I was here for that. I was also here when Father James Porter was arraigned, which was one of the first Catholic Church sex abuse cases here in Massachusetts. But the Lizzie Borden case isn't the only historical case that made headlines back in the day. It was right after her case, later in that same year, 1893, where a gentleman named Daniel Robertson was arrested for being publicly drunk. He was fined and had to pay that fine. He didn't have enough money, so he asked his wife if she would pay the fine for him, and she refused to do so. So he was incarcerated for some time before he was able to come up with the money. Upon his release, he vowed that he would kill his wife and make him sit in jail for however long it ended up being. And he ended up holding true to that promise. After he got out, he went on another drunken rampage and essentially hunted her down at the rooming house that she ran down the street here in New Bedford, and stabbed her to death in front of a couple of witnesses. The significance of that is that Robertson was later tried and convicted of first-degree murder, and he was executed. And he was the last person executed in Massachusetts back in 1893. And ironically, that case came out of the New Bedford Superior Court. So the history here is what kind of excites me about it. It's a courtroom that I think looks like a courtroom, feels like a courtroom, and you can just feel and sense the history when you're walking through here. Daniel Webster argued here. A whole host of luminaries have tried and argued cases here, and there's no other place I'd rather be than clerking in this particular courtroom.